Alright, so now we're doing this take number 3. I have had so many issues today with PC trouble. Anyways, starting off today, we're gonna be doing my part 1 of my 4-part AFC or NFC predictions. And we're gonna start off with the NFC North. I don't know if you guys have heard, we're gonna do NFC North, South, East, and West in that order. And we did previously we did the AFC West. So today we're doing the NFC North, and then we're gonna do with home games or with division games, I should say more accurately. It's gonna be based on their splits. Home team gets the advantage, etc. So all right, let's dive right into this. Now, I just want to start off. I want to say I think that people are severely underestimating the Packers. I think that they might even be one of the most underrated teams in the league this year, if I'm being honest. That being said, they do not have the easiest schedule. Currently, if you look at the top, it says that I have them going 11-6, in 3-3 versus winning games or winning teams, and 8-3 versus losing teams. All right, so let's dive right in. So I'm gonna skip down to week 3 because I already described weeks 1 and 2 and how that will work, and I have them having their first actual loss to the Bucks. That being said, moving on to week 4. Actually, I'm gonna explain this for a minute. So the reason I have them losing to the Bucks is, while I think that Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league right now, I think he is very easily the best. Excuse me. He has some room for improvement, I feel like, especially with new receiving core and everything. That being said, looking at Romeo Doubs, I think from the preseason game, based off that one preseason game, Romeo Doubs is an absolute steal for the Packers. But anyways, diving in, I think that the Bucks defense will be just too good for the Packers. Uh, Moving on, I have them beating the Patriots, the Giants, and the Jets. I think that these are easy wins, and then the Commanders. I think that this will be an easy win as well. But I think that they will barely lose, if they lose at all, to the Bills. I think it's going to be too difficult for them. Uh, then I have them beating the Cowboys, who I think overall are just a worse team this year. Then I have them losing or beating the Titans, but I think that this is a toss-up game. I think the Titans could very easily win this game. Then I have them losing to the Eagles, and this is because I think that Jalen Hurts is just going to give the Packers defense a lot of trouble. And then moving on, I have them beating the Rams. I think that in week 15, coming into Lambeau, the Rams, while I think they will be one of the hottest teams, I think that it's going to be a little bit of struggling for them. I think that the Rams are going to give the Packers a lot of trouble, but I have the Packers squeaking out a win here. And then ending off, I have them losing to the Dolphins, and then beating the Dolphins, because I think that the Packers defense will be just too good for Tua and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle to overcome. Looking back at this, I think that this team could be an 11-6 win team. I think they could also be a 12-5 win team, but they might also be around a 10-7, 9-8 win team. I don't think they'll be nearly that bad. I think it'll be more than likely an 11-6 team. But I think that they will win the division. I think that people acting like the Vikings will win this division, it's the Vikings division to lose, are just crazy. And I have the Packers winning. Moving on, I have the Vikings in second place. I think that the Vikings will be fairly decent this year, but it comes down to Kirk Cousins at the end of the day. I think that their defense has been improved with an addition of Zadarius Smith, who I think is one of the best pass rushers in the league. I think Dalvin Cook is a top 5 running back. I think Justin Jefferson is a top 3 receiver, but I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned about the Vikings play with Kirk Cousins. Let's look at games that they have. Challenges, I have them, even though I have them winning, I think that the Eagles will present a challenge. The Packers will present a challenge twice a year. The Saints, the Dolphins, I think the Cardinals will. The Bills, the Cowboys, the Patriots, the Colts, and that's about it. I think they'll lose to the Dolphins, Saints, beat the Eagles, lose to the Cardinals, squeak out a win against the Cowboys, lose to the Patriots. This could be a loss to the Jets, but I have the Jets losing here, losing to the Colts. And even with that, they're at an 8-9 win team, and I think that this is pretty likely. I think that the Vikings are heading in the right direction. I don't think that they will be that good, if I'm being entirely honest. They are a very decent team, 100%, and I think that they will be shocking some people, but I don't think that they'll be nearly that good. Now to the sleeper team that I have up for this year, the Lions. Now, I don't think that the Lions are a sleeper team for like a Super Bowl at all, or a sleeper team for like a playoff run or anything like that. I just think that they're going to be better than people are expecting. I think that they're the most underrated team heading into this year. I'm very excited to watch the Lions. But let's be realistic. I have them losing to the Eagles in week 1. I think that Jalen Hurts is just going to be absolutely pumping on the Lions. I think that the NFC North in general will struggle against the Eagles. I don't think that the Eagles will be nearly like the Super Bowl contender that people are acting like, but I think they'll be good. Then I have them beating the Commanders for their first win of the season, beating the Seahawks, who I think will be really bad this year, then losing to the Patriots, and then coming out of the bye, I have them losing to the Cowboys, just because it's in Dallas, and even though I would like the Cowboys to never ever win a game, I just don't think that they will be as good. I then have them losing to the Dolphins, who I think will be just way too good for the Lions to beat. And then I have them beating the Giants. They're going to get blown out by the Bills. This is not a rough prediction that is going to happen. And then I have them beating the Jaguars, the Jets, losing to the Panthers, and then the divisional games. And even then, this is my ceiling. This is not what I think the Lions will go for sure. Being realistic, they will probably lose to the Packers twice. They will probably sweep the Bears because I don't think the Bears are going to be as good this year. Might lose to the Giants. They might lose to the Jags. They might lose to the Vikings. Might lose to the Jets, and that puts them at 6 wins, right? Or at like 4 wins. I don't know. I think that realistically their ceiling is 8 and 9, but their floor is a 6-win team. I think that if this team loses, actually, I think more than likely 5. I think if they lose more than, if they win more than 5 games, it's a good year for them. Next year you'll have a high draft pick and everything will be fine. And then finally, we have the Bears. I think that this team is going to be one of the worst teams in the league, which is sad because I love Justin Fields. I am a huge Ohio State fan. I'm very, very happy that the Bears got him, even though I don't like the Bears. Or was, and now I'm just sad because there's no way that the Bears will be doing good. I have them losing, starting off 0-1 with the 49ers, a loss to the 49ers. And they'll beat the Texans, barely, I think. I think they'll barely beat the Giants. I think they'll lose to the to the Commanders because that defense is just too good, and there's no weapons for Justin Fields. I think they'll lose to the Patriots, the Dolphins, the Cowboys, and then they'll barely squeak out a win against the Falcons, and then they'll lose to the Jets, I think. Then coming out of the bye, I think they'll lose to the Eagles, the Bills, and then they'll finish off with a win and a loss. I don't see this team being nearly as good. I have them going 6-11, and I think that is super generous. I think that they could win. I just am not entirely sure, especially with all the Roquan Smith stuff. I'm not confident in this team. I would like them to do a lot better than I have them being ranked, but yeah. And finishing off the rankings, that means that I have the Packers going 11-6 in first place, the Vikings going 8-9 in second place, the Lions going 8-9 in third, but I think more than likely it's going to be 6-11 team or a 5-win team. And then I have the Bears finishing in last place based off these predictions with 6-11. Thank you guys for watching, and that's about all I got. Thanks.